Yana, and welcome to your Restorative Rest practice. Today's rest practice is focused on yoga for anxiety. This practice will begin in asana or easy pose. So grounding, moving the flesh out from underneath the sit bones, spreading the knees so they are wide apart, placing the right foot that's comfortable for you. You might find towards the center of the groin, the left foot folds in front, rotating the shoulders up, down, and back, placing the hands in front of the heart center. Inhaling in through the nose, and exhaling out the mouth as if you're blowing out a burning candle. And again, closing the eyes here if that's comfortable for you. Focusing towards the point between the brow, inhaling in through the nose. Exhaling out the mouth 2 times this time. Really moving the belly button back towards the spine as all of the air leaves the body. One more time, inhaling deep in through the nose, imagining that a string is pulling you up towards the heavens, while simultaneously grounding into the sit bones, and then exhaling out the mouth 3 times this time. Out the pursed lips, allowing the breath to leave the body. Grounding into the center of the heart, tucking the elbows down towards the sides of the body. Grounding into this present moment, aware of the sounds around you, aware of the surface you're sitting on. Notice if you can identify your beating heart. Either the sound or the feeling of it in your chest. Then begin to bring your attention into an awareness of the breath. We use this practice to come into awareness. So often when we feel anxious or worried about things in the future, it can be challenging to center ourselves. So we're going to use a focus throughout this practice to really identify what is happening with the breath. Noticing, is the breath shallow without trying to change anything right now? Is it quick? Does it feel like you need to take a deeper breath? Beginning to invite in a 3-count inhalation, inhaling in through the nose, 3, 2, 1. Exhaling out of the mouth, 4, 3, 2, 1. And again, inhaling in through the nose, nice and tall, imagining that string pulling you up, 3, 2, 1. Exhaling this time through the nostrils, belly button back towards spine, 4, 3, 2, 1. And again, taking this 3-part inhalation, breathing into your proud chest, noticing the belly as it fills up, the hands as it presses into the chest, and then exhaling out the nostrils, belly button back towards the spine. And seeing if you can set an intention for yourself today. Perhaps a 1-word intention, a positive intention, or you might even take the phrase "I choose" and then fill in that word into the blank. Whatever's the first word that comes to you. And if you need help, you can use the phrase "I choose calm." Beautiful. So inhaling the arms up above the head, gently opening up the eyes with a soft focus. Inhale, gathering, looking up towards the hands, gathering that energy into the center of the heart, and exhaling. Hands back down to center. Inhaling the hands up, gathering that energy Extending back to that 4 count exhalation. And then noticing, can you really extend the breath inward, inhaling, 3, 2, 1. Taking up space as you're moving slowly, and 4, 3, 2, 1. Hands back to heart center. Beautiful. This time, inhaling the right hand up into the air, reaching over onto the left knee, rotating the left shoulder up and down and back, placing the left hand down behind the spine, pressing into the ground with the fingertips, and then gently bringing the head parallel, chin looking behind, over left shoulder. Beginning to take up space with the breath. Feeling the expansion of the belly. As the breath enters the body, gently inviting the belly back towards the spine, squeezing any stagnation out. You might even grasp a little bit tighter onto the top of the leg. Inhale, reaching the chin up parallel to the floor. Breathing into the front of the spine. Strong, tall breath here, pressing the left hand into the floor, extending out the spine. Filling up that tube, that pranic tube, that energetic tube of the body as the lungs expand. And on the exhale, perhaps you're able to bring your gaze a little bit further over the left shoulder. One more deep breath into the center of the belly. And on the exhale, releasing, coming back to center. Inhaling, hands to heart center. Closing the eyes here, noticing the difference between the left side of the body and the right side of the body. Using our awareness to take note of the difference. Can you feel the space that opened up within the right ribs there? So we'll do the same thing, breathing some space into the left side of the ribs, using our awareness to expand the breath. Inhaling the left hand comes up into the air, reaches over to the right knee. Exhale, fourth eye. Right hand comes down behind the center of the back. Inhale, rotating the right shoulder up and down and back. Right chin parallel to the filling up the well of the belly here. With that full dynamic breath. Inhale, filling up the center, middle, lower back. And on the exhale, gently chin parallel to floor, gazing over the right shoulder. Beautiful. And exhaling. And begins to, the eyes might close here. Noticing if the mind is wandering, can you bring it back to that I choose affirmation. I choose calm. Allowing the breath to be this balm of calm to wash over the nervous system and the body. One more deep breath into any spaces in the body that really could use it. And on the exhale, bringing the body back to center, both hands back to center, chin back to center, pressing the palms firmly into the knees. Inhaling the chin and chest forward. Exhale, looking back at the belly button. Spine back towards the back of your back. Inhale, chin and chest forward. Expanding, breathing up into the front of the neck. Exhale, chin and chest back down. Looking towards the belly button. Finding that C curve in the spine. inhale, chin and chest up, radiating into the center of your proud heart. And exhale, chin and chest back. Beautiful. One more time, inhaling up like this. Fantastic. And when you're ready, bringing the feet in front of you into Baddha Konasana or bound ankle pose. You can allow the feet to come out in front of you. Inhaling the chin and chest up towards the sky here. And on the exhale, gently walking the elbows out, pressing the elbows into the thighs, perhaps maybe even into the calves here to give the calves a little knee massage or a little elbow massage. The elbows of the arm. Using the elbows to walk into the calves, giving yourself a little gentle calf massage here, kneading out the calves. Inhaling in through the nose. Exhaling out any tension in the calves by walking that forearm all along the calves, along the inner thighs here. Pressing the elbows into the back of the calf. Give yourself a little bonus self-love massage. I invite you to inhale in through the nose as you walk the elbows up the inside of the shin, between the meat of the calves. Exhaling in through the nose. Exhaling out the mouth. Beautiful. When you feel like you've had enough of that, pressing the elbows into the legs, the feet come into the arch of the foot, and the same thing. Using the hands here to touch inside the arch of the foot. I know it might feel a little strange to, if you don't give yourself a lot of self-massage, to touch the bottoms of your own feet. The bottoms of the feet have a lot of acupressure points. They correspond to the digestive organs, the nervous system. So especially if the body is in a state of worry or anxiety, fight or flight, using the biofeedback of your own body, your own hands, your own breath to begin to create space for the healing. So walking the thumbs up and down the arches of the feet, you can pound into the arches of the feet. Gently here, you might notice that one foot is more tender than the other. Using our awareness to expand into awareness of all parts of our body that are often undiscovered and unloved. Feet that do so much for us all the time. Great. Let go of that. Using the hands, the thumbs to open up, kind of peeling open the feet as if they were the arches of the feet. Kissing the little toes together, pulling the big toes apart here. And on the exhaling, to allow the belly button to reach down towards the floor. You might just press the head down and forward. Notice the C curve in the back here. Breathing into the back body. Coming back to that 3-count inhalation and 4-count exhalation. Noticing if you can become curious about even slowing the breath down further. Maybe you can extend the inhalation out to a 3 or 4-count inhalation, or 3, 2, 1, and 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 on the exhale. Noticing the sit bones as they're pressing deep into the floor. You might walk the feet even further away from the groin. Feeling both sides of the hips, the bottom sides of the back of the hamstrings and the quads as they begin to stretch open, using this gentle invitation of perhaps the elbows on your thighs to peel the knees wider, opening up the hip flexors here. Allowing the space to be gentle, allowing the invitation to be firm. Breathing into this space you're creating in the lower back, inner thighs. Might even rock back and forth gently from the right hip to the left hip, opening up the hip flexors here. Really allowing the belly to be nice and loose and free, down towards the floor with gravity. And on the exhale, gently walking the hands back towards the midline of the body, up between the legs, rotating the shoulders up and down and back. Breathing into your proud chest here. Closing the eyes and just noticing any difference between when you began and where you are now. Seeing if you can stay with that slow, gentle, steady breath. Again, scanning, feeling the sit bones, the belly, the ribs, noticing any space that's been created. And you roll the elbows, the shoulders down towards the floor. Perhaps even pressing the elbows into the side of the ribs. Breathing into the front of the neck, chin parallel to the floor. Fantastic. And then walking the left foot out in front of you. Right foot comes into a bird grind. Inhale, opening the left leg a little bit wider, if that's comfortable for you. Allowing the left leg, hand to slide down the leg. We'll open up to a side angle forward fold. Inhaling the right arm up into the air. Noticing that space on the right side of the ribs. Grounding into the right sit bone. And you might bend the left elbow here. Placing it on the inside of the left thigh or on top of the thigh. Reaching, extending out of the right fingertips. Beautiful. You can circle the arm around. That's a good way to create space for you if you're feeling you need a little more of a dynamic movement. Inhale the arm up. And exhale, get down and around. Inhale, get up. Exhale, back down and around. And noticing as you inhale, creating more space, how the left elbow begins to gently find space down towards the ground. Inhaling, extending out the left fingertips, breathing into the right side of the ribs. Using the knife edge of the pinky to reach up towards the left corner of the room. Left toes might flex. If you need a more of a stretch in the hamstring, or if you're feeling like more of a passive stretch, point the left toes here. Beautiful, 2 more breaths here. Coming back to the invitation of awareness if the mind begins to wander. Following the breath as it fills up. And as it releases, on the exhale, straightening the left arm, extending the right arm back up into the sky. Bringing both hands down in front of the heart. And noticing the difference between the right side of the ribs, the right psoas, or even those muscles that extend from the lower part of the pelvis up into the lower back. What's the difference between the right and left hand side? Using that invitation of calm awareness to bring us deeper into the present moment. And then on the exhale, pressing the hands together, this time shifting the weight, shifting the torso so that it faces over the left leg. Inhale, releasing the hands down to the ground, and you can walk the fingertips forward towards the left toe. Belly button back towards spine on the exhalation. So noticing as you start to find some calm, allowing the belly to be loose and free on the inhalation, allowing the upper body torso to relax down towards the lower body on the exhalation. Nothing to go, nowhere to be, no pushing, any microbend. Noticing how the space begins to open up on the back side of the body. So we use the inhalation to extend and ground into the sit bones. And on the exhalation, perhaps walking the fingertips forward, breathing into the back body. Head may come down towards the knee on the exhalation. So on the inhale, use the invitation to fill up the back, fill up the belly, fill up the torso, breathe into the back body. Now to exhalation, noticing how the belly pulls back towards the spine as the air leaves the body. And the head, with gravity, moves closer towards the floor. Not pushing, but just allow. Beautiful. One more breath like this here. Using the invitation of the forward fold to really sink into this calm. Forward fold to allow the nervous system to calm down. Send messages to the body that it's okay to move into kind of a cave position or more of a fetal position with the organs, the heart closer to the body pushing. Take one more inhalation, exhale out of the mouth, releasing anything you need to let go of. And then on the exhale, pressing yourself gently, walking the right hand, left hand back up. Torso comes back up to neutral spine, straight, hands in front of the heart, bending the left knee in, back to Sukhasana, easy pose. Close the eyes here, rotating the shoulders up and down and back, squeezing the elbows, hands pressed into the center of the heart in Anjali Mudra. You might tip the head down, chin down towards the chest, breathing into the back of the neck. So Anjali Mudra, also known as prayer pose, where you may not find yourself to necessarily be akin or using word prayer, perhaps maybe not, but using the idea of bowing the chin down in reverence towards your own heart. Or perhaps bowing your chin in reverence to that higher power. And then again, inhaling your chin up towards the sky, chin parallel to the ground, noticing how you feel. Coming back to that mudra or the mantra using the sacred sounds internally of I choose, fill in the blank. Noticing how you feel, and then extending the eyes open gently. Hands come down, extending the right foot out towards the right edge of your mat. Left foot presses gently into the groin. Right hand slides down the leg towards the knee calf. You might keep a micro bend in the right knee. Inhaling the left arm up into the air and bending that right elbow, bringing it hand onto the inner thigh, hand inside of the calf onto the floor, and then extending out the left fingertips. You might even draw the left hand up behind the ear, tracing up. Any stress, releasing it out of the top of the head as the left elbow presses close to the left ear, extending out of the left fingertip. Breathing into the belly. Noticing if you can release any tension, allowing the breath to massage the belly. Noticing how good it feels. To give this loving, calm attention to yourself. Beautiful. You might exhale out the mouth anytime you feel like you want to release tension. Right elbow comes down towards the ground. Extending out the left fingertips. Gaze might come down towards the floor. Make sure that the right foot isn't extending back towards the right corner of the mat, but pressing that knee so it reaches up towards the ceiling. Heel of the floor, pressing into the right heel of the floor, pressing into the ground, extending out of those left fingertips, taking up space. Nice edge of the left baby finger up towards right corner of the room. Extending, breathing, taking up space, noticing the stretch that extends all the way from the left hip bone up through left side body, left rib, left armpit, up through the elbow, extending out the fingertips, beautiful. And then on the exhale, walking the right hand back towards the midline of the body, reaching back up. Left hand comes down, and then shifting at a 45-degree, the torso coming parallel over the right leg. You might even shift your weight slightly, so both hips then come grounded onto the floor, pressing that left heel up into the air, big toe comes up into the air, left heel ground. And on your next exhalation, walking the fingertips forward, spidering the fingertips forward on the exhale. Allowing the belly button to come back towards the spine, releasing, letting go. When you come to the invitation of the inhale, nowhere to go, nothing to be, just seeing if can you take the deepest breath of your day. Slow, 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 steady breath. Exhale, release, release, release. And again, inhaling deep into the belly, feeling the belly expand, releasing the love, allowing that belly to be loose and free. resting on the top of the thigh, passing the digestive organs on the right side of the body, the right internal organs. Inviting your press into the hands. Then on the exhale, drawing the knee, elbows back down towards the ground. And using that extension into the hands, the palms. Exhale, release and let go. You're pressing into the ground, elbows might extend down towards the ground. The mind begins to wander coming back to your I choose mantra. Beautiful. One more deep belly breath here. And on the exhale, gently walking right hand back. Slowly, slowly. Left hand back, right. Walk back, left hand, walk back. Bending the right knee to draw in. This time, right foot standing in front of left. Rotating the shoulders up and down and back. We'll end this sitting part of the practice with a Brahmarine or bees breath. The Brahmarine breath is a meditative breath. Really, really great for restorative calm, especially if anxiety pops up in the body. It's such a great way to calm down the nervous system. So you will press both of your fingers into the ears as if you're a little kid not listening to someone plugging your ears. You're taking out the nervous system input and the sound input out of the body. You're closing the eyes here. Like first, before you close your eyes and plug your ears, watch what I'm doing. So just for a second, watch me as you close your ears and then you will close the eyes. You might even use the two pointer fingers in the middle. You can use the thumbs to close the ears. You might use the two pointer and middle finger to press into the center of the brow, activating the center of the ajna, or third eye point, your point of intuition. So using the thumbs to press into the ears, pressing into the third eye point, massaging maybe even any stress or tension out of the brow first. You can do this along while you're watching the next portion. But plugging the ears and then pressing into the top of the brow, inhaling in through the nose, closing the eyes, and then on the exhale, you're just going to make a sound like a bee buzzing. Getting really curious about the sound of the or the buzzing. You might notice that as you're doing this, it kind of tickles. You know you're doing it right if the sound of begins to tickle your mouth, tickle your nasal passages. So you're taking the sensory perception away by closing the ears, closing the eyes, using the touch to focus on the point of the brow, and using the buzzing sound. Maybe even plugging the tongue behind the upper palate vertebrae. And we'll do this for about 2 minutes here. So you can, as you close your eyes, you may be able to hear my buzzing, or you may just feel the sound yourself. And when you're ready, we'll do this for about 2 minutes. You can come back to the hands in front of the heart with the eyes closed. Or if you've had enough, just hearing the sound of the to ground into the body and feel yourself grounded into the earth. So we begin. Plugging the ears with the thumb, crown, point, activated by pressing into the brow. Closing the eyes here. And taking a deep, full and just allowing that sound to keep repeating as you move through the sound until all of the air is gone. Inhaling in, exhaling out. Take a deep breath and keep the sound going. Feeling complete, allowing both palms to come up towards the sky. Closing the eyes, rotating the shoulders up and down, and breath back. Focused on the breath. Noticing the effects of the bee buzzing breath practice. Grounded into the sit bones, squeezing the elbows towards the side of the body so that the heart shines up. Shoulder blades squeeze together on the back of the body subtly. Chin parallel to the floor. Noticing any warmth remaining on the point of the third eye or brow from the hands being focused there. Tall through the vertebrae of the neck and spine. Head extending up towards the eyelids. Beautiful. Placing the hands in front of the heart. Drawing the chin down towards the chest and reverence. Begin the practice today in Shavasana for lying pose. Giving the body a deep rest as long as you need here. Feet turned out towards the corners of the mat. Shoulders squeezed together, palms facing up towards the sky. Breathing into the belly. Releasing any breath out of the mouth. Chin parallel to the chest. You can rock the head right back to the right side and to the left side, back and forth. Gently shaking the head back and forth, yes please. Shaking the head back and forth, no thank you. Maybe even rocking from the heels. Feet, wagging them from the inside of the mat to the outside of the mat. Rocking the thighs. Taking a nice deep breath, inhaling and exhaling out the mouth. Allowing the benefits of the practice to see you. Hands in front of the heart. Giving thanks for this moment and thanks for this practice. Namaste.